The new channel. The new channel. The views, opinions, and insights expressed in the following show are those of the hosts, producers, guests, and viewers. They do not necessarily reflect the position of the channel. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello everyone, welcome to the new channel, here to help you see the new you. My name is Wanlu and this is The Puppet Stories. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome once again to another month, a new month of the Puppet Stories. This is actually the first episode of the Puppet Stories for August, and we're actually very excited because it's Buwan ng Wikang Pambansa. So later in the ending part of the show, latter part of the show, we are going to read this book. It's called Ang Batang Gustong Maging Puppet. I actually wrote this book along with three children. You can see the names here. Ayan, si Harriet, si Hannah, and si Mikey. These three children wrote the ending of the book. So later, I hope you join us so we can read a few pages per episode until we reach the ending, maybe by the end of August. Alright, ayan po, para sa celebration po yan ng Buwan ng Wikang Pambansa. Siyempre, Tagalog yung libro, kaya babasahin natin. Pero mamaya pa po yan, latter part of the show. Today is August 4, Tuesday edition of the Puppet Stories. We are joined by a good friend of mine. He is an international puppeteer. He is from India. I met him in Thailand and in Malaysia, and he's a fantastic marionettist. Please welcome Dinesh Salunke. Hi, Dinesh.
Namaste.
Namaste, Dinesh. In Manila, in the Philippines, we say mabuhay. You touch your left chest like this with your right hand, and you say mabuhay.
Mabuhay.
Very good. Thank you very much, Dinesh. Namaste. All right. First things first, Dinesh. Thank you for being in the show. It's such an honor to have you in the show finally, because we've been planning to have you, and now you're here. Thank you, Dinesh.
Welcome.
Dinesh, first things first. How's the weather in India?
Very hot today.
Oh, very hot. Well, in Manila, it's not so hot, but also not so cool. All right. Okay, Nimesh. Remember, I told everyone that we met in Phuket, right? In Phuket for the Harmony World Puppet Festival,
Yeah.
and also we met just last year in Malaysia, in Kuching, Malaysia, for the Rainforest World Puppet Carnival.
Festival.
Okay, before
Yeah.
I ask you your experience about those festivals, first, let the world know, especially the Filipinos, the viewers from my country, about you. What do you do, and how are you? How did you find puppetry and make it your own art? How did you get involved in puppetry? In other words, go ahead, Dinesh.
I'm involving in puppetry. I teach this subject in drawing college. From them, I will make puppets small, then teach the students how to make puppets from waste material. Then I passionate about puppetry and makes lot of puppets. Uh, I am working in this field from 20 years. I have taken many workshops for teachers, students, and teach them the puppets making process. I mostly use wastage material for puppet making.
I see. So Dinesh, you use puppetry. You teach puppetry in schools. So you're an
Yes,
educator as well. Ah,
yes,
I
yes,
didn't know that. We were in Thailand together and in Malaysia, but I didn't know you are an educator. Now I know. So you teach puppetry to students as well as to teachers,
yeah.
or both. Right, right, right. Do you teach this in college or in elementary school?
Both primary and
Oh,
elementary
both.
both. Yes,
Primary and
college
element.
level.
Oh, even in college. All right, that's interesting because in the Philippines we don't do that. We do a little bit of workshops every now and then, but we don't really teach as in part of a curriculum. Unlike now, we know that in India you do that, and also in Thailand they do that, and also in Malaysia it's part of the curriculum.
Yes,
It's part of the school
yeah,
program. Okay, okay.
yeah,
For a country to be able to do that, Dinesh, I understand that a country must have a very rich puppetry culture. Tell us about the puppetry history of India.
Indian puppet history. Yes, India is a land of culture, religion, and heritage. Puppetry art in India is very old, near about 4,000 years old. In India, traditionally four types of puppets are found: hand puppet, shadow puppet, rod puppet, and string puppet. The origin of string puppet is from Rajasthan. It is called Katputli. The Bhat community makes strings puppet. Almost all family members are involved in the puppet making process. The different kinds of puppets can be seen in different parts of India. In Maharashtra, shadow puppet and string puppet. In Rajasthan, string puppet and hand puppet. In West Bengal, rod puppet, string puppet, and hand puppet. In South India, shadow puppet, hand puppet, and string puppet are found. In this traditional puppetry, the stories from literature and stories of Ramayana and Mahabharata are presented. In the modern days, the stories on socio-economical issues are also presented. Puppets from different parts of India have their own origin and identity. Regional styles of folk culture, paintings, and sculptures are reflected in our puppetry. Now I will show you some Indian puppetry images. hand puppet from South India. This is character from Mahabharata. Shadow puppet. It's making from leather. Shadow puppet. Shadow puppets. This is also shadow puppet, but it is new look, very transparent. So when they present shadow puppetry, the spiritual looking outside, that's is our famous Indian string puppet marionette Skolaj Katputli. This is a anarkali female dancer, and this is a snake charmer. It's a fighting. In this way, the performer perform the marionette. He is standing behind the stage and operate the marionette. This is marionette from South India. The marionette making from woods. This is a character from Ramayana, story of Ramayana. It's also marionette. In this way, they present their shows. This is a stage of marionette playing. This is a picture of marionette of story of Mahabharata. Two puppeteers are operating this marionette.
All right, Dinesh. Before you show us more pictures, Dinesh,
Yes,
I'm just interested because you showed us shadow puppets from different parts of India. The last one you showed was a different kind of, is it kind of new, kind of contemporary because it has color. I mean, there's a different shade of color on the marionette.
Hi,
yes, yes.
Dinesh. Hi, hi. I don't know if you can see
Hi,
me.
Nicolo.
Hi. Ayun, he knows me.
He knows you, Nicola.
Hi, Dinesh. Namaste.
Namaste, Nicolo.
Yeah. Okay, tell us about that marionette. No. That shadow puppet. The one with color. Is it a contemporary kind of Indian marionette?
Is it something new in
Ye-
India?
Yes, yes, yes.
All right,
This is
because
very
the
transparent.
first I see the first few shadow puppets that you showed are very similar to the wayang
Yeah,
kulit
yeah, yeah.
and the nang talung of Thailand, right? But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
the last one you showed was kind
Yeah.
of colorful. It's kind of similar to the new wayang kulit of Malaysia. They now have, I don't know if you remember, they now have Star Wars and Batman. Oh, there you go. That's kind of new. That's kind of
Yeah.
interesting as well. Although the ancient
Yes, yes, yes.
one, the leather type is also very interesting, but at least we can show that puppetry arts are evolving. Okay, now we have
Yeah.
colorful shadow marionettes, and that's very interesting to watch.
Yes.
Someday I'll be in India and I'll watch some of those. Now, Animesh, you've showed us different kinds of puppets from India, but you yourself focused on marionettes, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Why? Why marionettes? Why not shadow puppetry? Why not rod puppetry? What made you decide to stick to marionettes?
It's very interesting because there are many strings used in it. Uh, in shadow puppetry, there are only some movements. In rod puppet, only three rods there are used. But in string puppet, uh, many chances to move the body parts of
I
marionette.
see. So
So
it's the string that operates the marionettes that made you interested in marionette performance, right? Now, I understand you make your own marionettes.
yes, I make
All right,
my
because
own marionette.
you make your own marionettes. Because I remember the last time we were in Kuching, Malaysia, where you won an award. You did very well with your marionettes, and it's the first time. No, it's the second time. But on my first time, it was also you in Phuket. It's the first time I saw someone operating a marionette without a marionette controller. You were controlling it with your hands.
Yes, mostly I use my hands, but some puppets are made with
Controller.
crossbar. Yes,
Oh, I see, I see. But the one without controller, is this an original concept from India? Have you ever seen any other countries perform with marionettes without a controller, or is it uniquely India?
in India, mostly they use their hands for operating the marionette. But I have seen lots of videos on YouTube of Western puppeteers. They are use crossbar for operating the marionette. So I am take part to make this kind of puppets also.
I see. So,
And
Dinesh, what you're telling me is you're trying to not exactly change the culture, but try to experiment, right? Because I understand, and I saw
yes,
you with especially, I think is that a bear behind you or is it a dog? You've been experimenting with controllers. How are you Are you successful with these experiments, Dinesh?
yes, sir. I am successful because
Wh-
like you, you guide me plenty of things from I am learn from you.
Well, well, I'm not an expert. You asked me a few things. Apparently, I know a few things, and I shared it with you. I also learned from other people who shared it with me, so I think it's just fair that I share it with you. Although there's stuff we can't share, of course, stuff that we're not allowed to share, so we keep that secret. I think they call it trade secrets. I'm sure you understand, Dinesh. Hey, Dinesh, you didn't show us any
Yes,
picture of ventriloquist puppets. Do you have ventriloquists in India?
yes, plenty of with us Ramdas Pandey sir. He is ventriloquist. Then my friend Amit Solanki, Ninad Pawar, then plenty of ventriloquists
That's right.
newly
On you,
comes.
yes, yes, I understand, Dinesh, because on YouTube, I searched a little bit about Indian ventriloquists, and of course, I saw Ramdes Padya, Padya,
Yes,
Ramdes
yes,
Padya. They were with us in Phuket. Fantastic family, fantastic ventriloquism skills, and they have a 100-year-old puppet, Mr. Crazy, and
yes, yes,
quite a friendly family. And also, there are older ventriloquists than Ramdes Padya, right? I'm so sorry if I
yes, yes.
mispronounced the family name. Yeah, but there are older
No, right.
ventriloquists in India. How come you
Yeah.
didn't? How come you didn't find ventriloquism interesting?
Yeah, yeah. You don't like ventriloquism, Dinesh?
No, it's very difficult to present
Oh yeah, yeah.
so hard.
Well, to each his own. I like ventriloquism. I like marionettes. Apparently, you like marionettes. Later, you will show us a few of your marionettes, right? But that will go after the break.
Yeah.
Right now, Dinesh, I was telling everyone that you won an award in Malaysia. Do you remember what award that is?
Yeah.
What
Yes,
award
I
was that?
win award in traditional puppetry.
Oh, that's right. Additional Puppetry Award. Okay, given by
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I remember Dr. Loy, who was also a guest in the show, is one of the
Yes.
jury, one of the judges in that festival. So you won Traditional Puppetry Award. Good. That's so cool. All right. How was your experience in Malaysia?
It's very beautiful because I learn plenty of things from it. It's enjoyable, learn many things. All audience are very interested in puppet shows. They give well response, so get very interest to show
Yes,
my.
yes. Yeah, yeah, I understand what you're saying because I remember when you performed, everybody was shouting. The children were all shouting, especially when one of your marionettes illuminated, right? Do you remember?
Yes, yes, yes.
So is this
The,
an innovation of your family? I mean, did you see this from anyone, or is it an original concept on your part? Did you one day think of a marionette with LED lights, and that was very colorful, and it got everybody excited in Malaysia.
yes.
So it's
Can
something you
you want
created,
to
huh?
see? Yes, I make many experiment on it. I use LED lights in my marionette, so it's look very different than traditional puppets.
Right, right. It looked very different because not well. I for one did not expect that a marionette will be illuminated. So that was very interesting. That was very good on your part. But aren't you nervous? I mean, aren't you worried that some of your fellow marionettists from India will say that you are changing the tradition because from traditional you are now going to contemporary by adding those LED lights? What do you think?
I am not think about it because it's digital era. So people are involving in mobile. I want to involve them in my puppets. So I make changes in my marionettes because people have seen the traditional puppets. They are not sometimes take interest in it. So I decide to make changes in it. I have make many experiments in it. People like that experiment. They appreciate my work. So I never think about what they think about it.
Right, right. Yeah, that's a good point because I know a few people, I know a few puppeteers that want to stick to tradition. They don't want to change the tradition. And I understand. I understand that. But of course, like Nicolo here, something new. Yeah, 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 that's true. Something contemporary. Not a lot of people know that Nicolo here is a very talented boy, right? Oh yeah, that's true, Tito Anlu. I'm very talented. Can you show Dinesh one of your talents? Of course. Hey Dinesh, watch this. Yee! All right. So
Yee!
Yeah, so it's something you add to a marionette that makes it interesting. Okay, in the middle
Yes,
of your act, you do this, and the children or the people will be surprised, and you regain their interest back, right? So it's the same with your marionettes. Not a lot of people are expecting that there will be LED lights. So once you turn on those lights, everybody gets excited again, right?
yes, it's look very different than traditional puppets. So it's mesmerize audience.
Yeah, it does. Well, at least in Malaysia, it did very well because I remember when you turned on the lights in the middle of your act, everybody got excited. Everybody stood up and applauded. That was very interesting. Unfortunately, Dinesh, when we were in Phuket, I didn't see you perform. I don't know why. Maybe you performed. Did you perform in the Phuket town
No, in
in the mall?
I forget the name of street.
Yeah, yeah, that's the
I,
Phuket town. So you perform in Phuket
yes.
town. I think that's Talang Road.
Talang Road. Yes, yes.
So you
In
performed in
Talang Road.
Talang Road. That's the reason why I didn't see you perform because we performed in Jung Salon Mall in Patong Beach near Patong Beach. So that's the
Yes.
reason why probably I didn't see you. So what did you perform in Phuket?
Uh, but my show time there are raining, so my
Oh,
show not going very well.
I see. Okay. Yeah, I remember during the opening festival, I mean opening ceremony of the festival, it rained very hard
Yes,
and we saw Nimit running around. He was all wet. You remember that, Dinesh?
yes, yes, yes,
Yeah. All right, Dinesh. Indian puppetry art is very interesting. I'm a big fan of Indian puppetry art. Not just puppetry art, but all about India. As a matter of fact, just a few days ago, I was watching travel videos of some people who traveled to India. They ate Indian food and stayed in Indian houses. That was very interesting. One day, I hope, I pray to the Lord that I can visit you in India in the future. All right. Now, Dinesh, we'll take a break
yes.
first. After the break, you will show us a little demonstration of your marionettes, the marionettes that you made. And now we will show it to the world. But after the break, all right? After the break. In the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a break first. After the break, Dinesh will perform with three of his marionettes. In the meantime,
Don't leave. We'll be right back. Yay!
All right, welcome back to the Puppet Stories. We are still with my very good friend from India, Dinesh Salunke. Sorry, Dinesh Salunke. And Dinesh is a fantastic marionettist. Again, I met him in Phuket and I met him in Malaysia. And in Malaysia, he got an award for, I think, best in cultural puppetry or something like that. All right, now we're going to see him demonstrate a few of his marionettes. Again, please welcome back from India, Dinesh Salunke. Let's go, Dinesh.
चलो पर गाने चलो पर
Dinesh Salunke. All right, what's this?
चलो
All right, what's this? It's another one. That's the third marionette. Whoa.
दिल के दिल से लगन की ये बात है, प्यार की राह कसम की ये बात है। न पूछो कितनी मेरे कौन तू।
All right. Thank you very
Thank
much,
you.
Dinesh. Dinesh, that was very, very interesting.
I not hear
Um,
your sound.
you can't hear me?
No.
Wow, wait. I don't know why. Well, Dinesh, adjust your volume or something. Adjust your volume if you can't hear me. What I'm trying to tell is you did very well. Now, can you hear me? Can you hear me now, Dinesh? If you can't hear me, just adjust the volume of your phone or your computer so you can hear me. What Dinesh showed us, ladies and gentlemen, is the traditional puppetry art of India. At least one of their traditional puppetry arts, marionettes. We didn't see it, but the marionettes were controlled by the hands, no controllers. Traditional marionettes from Europe and from other parts of Asia, especially in China, are controlled by a controller, a wooden controller. But in India, there are no wooden controllers. The strings are attached to the puppets, and the other end, it's controlled by just the fingers or the hands. Very interesting from India. Dinesh, I don't know if you can hear me now. Can you please show us the can you please show us how you control your marionettes?
With my fingers here,
Yeah. Just
hand.
demonstrate with your. All right, just demonstrate a bit because you know this is quite interesting because with the controller it's so difficult to do. I can imagine
Yes.
it's more difficult without a controller.
Yes.
Show it to the camera. Show your fingers to the camera. This I want to see
Only.
because. All right, it's okay. Take your time. This I want to see because it's quite interesting and we can probably adopt it into. Oh, there you go. Go ahead.
I take my controls on my fingers, two hands, and here I'm used for their hip.
Yeah.
So it's move like this. Then you take
Wow. And even one of your marionettes did the costume change.
yes. Here is two puppets in one puppet, male and female.
Oh, okay.
Both puppets are in it. This is male and
Right.
downside there is a female.
Oh, okay. Ah, wow. Very interesting.
It's very
So you were when you all right. The other side is male. One side is female. The other side is male. Okay.
yes. It's a traditional puppet, but I have made changes in it. I have used LED lights in it, so it's look like
Oh,
very nice.
oh, I see. Did you turn on the LED lights earlier? I didn't notice. I'm so sorry. Because of the bright lights, we didn't notice the. Oh, there. Okay, I see. Wow. Yeah, yeah. Cool. All right. You know, Dinesh, controlling a marionette, because, ladies and gentlemen and children, for those of you who are watching, uh, my family also performs with marionettes. Marionettes are quite difficult to control, and despite the fact that we have a controller, it's still difficult to manipulate. I can imagine it's more difficult without a controller, just the fingers. All right. Dinesh, while you're fixing that, we have a few people who'd like to say hello to you. Keisha Grace. Hello. Yeah. All right. We also have Julio Habok Belaxe watching with my family. Thank you very much for watching, Julio. Elijah Lunaria. My son Eli is saying hello, Dinesh. Eli is watching. Bobet Guanzon is watching. Pamfi Guanzon is watching from Surigao, all the way from Surigao. Thank you for watching. Mitch Kitong says, wow, talaga po, wow, napaka-wow ng marionettes ng India. Very, very traditional, very, very cultural, and so interesting. Vadim Gaditulin is watching. Thank you very much, Vadim. All right, Dinesh, show us a
Hello.
few more of the marionettes that you made. I understand you made something new lately. Can you show us one of the latest creations that you have? Just get one before we take a quick break again. That one particularly, because you told me that you made that one just recently, and I'm sure a lot of viewers of the puppet stories will be very interested. Go ahead and show it to us. You know, it's one thing to be a performer, a marionette performer or a puppeteer, but it's another thing to make your own marionettes. And Dinesh is a fantastic performer, and he is also a fantastic puppet maker. Go ahead, show it to us, Dinesh. Oh, LED lights again. Wow, cool. It's the bear. Wow. Even the hat is illuminated. They're very good.
It's new.
Yeah, I know it's new. It moves very well because in marionette performances, the movement of the puppet is very, very important, especially the walking part and how you keep it animated. Otherwise, you lose interest. You lose the
Yes.
interest of the audience if your marionette doesn't move well. And this bear moves very well. All right, and the size is quite big. Can be seen from a
Yes.
distance. Very
We have
good.
also
Thank you, Dinesh. Thank you,
my
Dinesh. And the LED light is something really, really cool. Thank you for showing us, Dinesh.
okay.
All right, Dinesh, we'll take a break again. After the break, we will ask you a question, a very, very important question that we ask all the guests on the puppet story. That will be your puppet story when we get back. And also, when we get back, we will start reading the book, Ang Batang Gustong Maging Puppet, in celebration po of Buwan ng Wikang Pambansa. Kami po ni Nico lang magbabasa when we get back. All right? In the meantime,
Okay.
we'll take a break first.
Okay.
Alright, welcome back to the Puppet Stories. We are still with Dinesh Salunke from India. Namaste.
All right, Dinesh.
Namaste.
Before you tell us your puppet story, I'd like to take this opportunity to say thank you, shukriya, for being in the
Shukriya.
show. It's such an honor for us to have you in the show. We are very excited, and finally you're here. Thank you, Nimesh. Dinesh. I keep saying Nimesh because Nimit is in my mind. You know why? Nimit is, I think he's sick, and Nimit, if you're watching, get well soon. Nimit from Thailand, get
Thailand.
well soon, Nimit. All right. Okay, Dinesh.
Yes. Okay.
Please tell everyone your puppet story.
My puppet story. I have expressed myself and my culture through the puppetry. I am happy with my world of puppets and it is my real world. In this high-tech and digital era, I have pledged my life to the noble cause of saving arts and its great heritage. The puppetry has given me opportunity to participate in several puppet festivals around the world. In these festivals, I meet various artists from different parts of globe and learn different types of puppetry skills from them. I made new friends there. I am using modern puppets along with traditional puppets. I am happy with my puppet art. I believe that I will be doing puppetry as long as I can move the strings. This is my puppet story. I am happy with my puppets.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much, Dinesh. Shukriya. Very, very interesting puppet story. I think it's the first time I heard someone that he will do puppetry as long as he can still move the strings. That's very, very well said. All right, Dinesh. Dinesh, before we end the show, would you like to say anything to all our friends from all over the world? Because I remember in Malaysia, we had a really nice time, and it's always sad when the festival is over, and we're hoping to see you again in future puppetry festivals, hopefully in Thailand or maybe in Malaysia again, or in Singapore, or
Yes.
anywhere in the world. All right. Any messages to everybody who knows you?
I want to give this message to my young puppeteers. Please understand your traditional puppetry art and develop it for entertaining and welfare of humanity. So, to it's very amazing. I want to say thanks to Vanlu and I am dedicated this interview to Vanlu's son JC. He is no more. It's my whole interview. I want to dedicate him. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. That's heartfelt, Dinesh. You remember my son JC? He passed away last May. Thank you
Yes,
for remembering him. Yeah, JC was with us in Vietnam, where when we did the fifth international marionettes festival, where my son Eli got an award. Thank you for remembering him. Such
thank
an
you.
honor and such heartwarming, Dinesh. Thank you very much. All right, Dinesh. Again, thank you very much for being on the Puppet Stories. It's an honor for us and for the new channel to have you. Again, we hope to see you in future puppetry festivals. Again, Dinesh, namaste. Thank you.
Namaste. Thank you.
Thank you, Dinesh. Dinesh. You keep saying Dinesh.
Yeah, I remembered Nimit.
Yeah, thank you, Dinesh.
All right, that was Dinesh Salunke from India, world class marionette performer. He makes his own marionettes and he performs with marionettes in a lot of international puppetry festivals. Personally, I met him in Thailand, and in Malaysia where he got awards. Okay, Nicolo, magtatagalog na tayo.
O, naubusan ka na ng English?
Naubusan ako eh. Hirap pala pag English eh.
Kasi wala kang daot eh.
O, buti na lang, ngayon po ay buwan ng wikang pambansa. Kaya magbabasa tayo ng libro. Ito pong libro na ito, just to give you an idea, I wrote this 5 years ago during Nicolo, naalala ko, sinulat ko to kasi malapit na yung National Children's Book Day. Ang sinulat ko lang po is until a certain part of the story, tapos yung ending, ginawa kong contest.
Contest? Pinagkakitaan mo?
Hindi pinagkakitaan. Ikaw talaga, Nicolo, mapapahiya ako dito. Ang ginawa ko, Nicolo, nagpa-contest ako sa Santa Lucia Mall. I invited a few schools from Antipolo and some children from Andating Daan Foundation, Home for Minors. Ang ginawa ko, binasa ko sa kanila yung storya na ginawa ko. Tapos sila ang pinagawa ko ng ending. At ang nanalo, eto nga, papakita ko sa inyo yung litrato po nila. Ang nanalo po dito sa contest, ayan, itong tatlong babae na ito, tatlo. Bata pa sila noon, pero ngayon, that was 5 years ago, I'm sure. Dalagan na sila. Si Harriet De Leon, Daryl Malaneon, and Mikey Tagatak. Sila po yung nagsulat na ending. Baka nagtataka kayo bakit tatlo silang nanalo. Kasi po yung ending nila pare-pareho. And incidentally, Nicolo, silang tatlo, nalaman ko lang nung tapos na yung contest, nung na-print na yung libro, nung na-publish na silang tatlo pala ang huling nagbasa ng kanilang papel. So obviously, pinag-isipan talaga nila yung ending. At dahil buwan po ng wika, umpisahan po natin ang pagbasa. Siguro mga 3 pages lang po ngayong araw na ito. On the next episode, basa ulit tayo ng 3, tapos next week, 3 pages ulit, hanggang matapos natin ito sa buong buwan ng wikang pambansa. Ready ka na, Nicolo?
Ay, Otto, ready na to ako.
Okay, ang batang gustong maging puppet. Kwento ni Juancho Adriano Lunaria.
Sino yun?
Ako yun.
Wanlu?
Wanlu talaga ang screen name. Pero alam mo na ngayon yung tunay kong pangalan. Iginuhit ni Arthur D. Peña and co-written by Harriet, Hannah, and Mikey. Isa natin ha.
O, sige po.
Ang batang gustong maging puppet. Si Nicolo ay isang batang masipag.
Sino?
Nicolo.
Ako yun eh.
Hindi, kapangalan mo lang. Baka kapangalan mo lang. Huwag ka magulo. Hindi natin matatapos to eh. Ulitin ko po pasensya na po kayo kay Nicolo. Narinig mo lang pangalan mo, excited ka na eh. Si Nicolo ay isang batang masipag, magalang at matalino.
O, tignan na nga. Ako nga yan, Tito Wanlu. Tatang natalino ko, nasitag at magalang.
Alam mo ang magalang, hindi nagbabat in. Hindi nangiistorbo, nagbabasa ako sumasabat ka eh.
Ay, sorry po.
O yan, paano natin matatapos to? Page 1 pa lang kung sabat ka ng sabat, Nicolo.
Ay, sorry na nga, sige tuloy na.
Ulitin ko, wag ka nang storbo ha. Ang batang gustong maging puppet. Si Nicolo ay isang batang masipag, magalang at matalino. Paggising niya sa umaga, una niyang ginagawa ay ang manalangin sa Diyos. Araw-araw ay humingi siya ng awa at gabay. Ayan mga bata, napakaganda. Si Nicolo, paggising niya, unang-una niyang ginagawa, manalangin sa Diyos.
Ay, tana Tito Wanlu, tita. Lagi nating sinasabi yan sa ending ng data. Pagkalinutan, pagkagising, nanalangin, natulog.
Oo nga, ayan. Kaya tama nga, yun ang tamang gawin. Yun ang dapat gawin ng isang bata. Actually, kahit hindi nga mga bata, kahit matatanda, paggising natin, una nating gawin, manalangin tayo sa Diyos. Page 2, Nicolo, basahin ko ha.
Sige po.
Page 3 na pala to. Bago pumasok sa paaralan, ay naliligo at nagsisipilyo muna siya. Nag-aalmusal muna siya para siya ay siguradong masigla sa paaralan. Masipag din siyang mag-aral at pumasok sa paaralan. Araw-araw ay umiinom siya ng 1 basong gatas. Mahilig din siyang kumain ng gulay. Ikaw ba, mahilig kang uminom ng gatas?
Oto, lalo na sa breakfast, Tito Wanlu, mahalaga yan.
Oo, gulay.
Ay, oto. Kasi ang gulay, ang tahada ng buhay.
Tama. Okay, page 4. Si Nicolo ay naglalakad lamang papunta sa kanyang paaralan. Maingat siya sa pagtawid sa mga kalsada. Bago siya tumawid, ay tinitiyak niya muna na walang sasakyan na paparating. Nicolo, bago natin tuloy, nakalimutan ko ipakita yung picture. Ganda pa naman ng ginuhit po ni Arthur Peña. Ayan, si Nicolo.
Ako yan. Ang gwapo ko ah. Yun, ako po yan. Ako po yan. Okay. Uy, ang ganda ng bag ko ah. Naka-shorts pa ako, Tito Wanlu ah.
Oo. Tapos ayan siya nung nag-breakfast sa kabilang page. Kita mo ba, Nicolo?
Oto, kita ko. Ayun oh. Ayun. Ang hina ng gatas tas ng itlog.
Yun ang almusal niya eh. Ayan, tuloy natin ha. Tulad ni Nicolo, ang mga kamag-aral niya ay masisipag ding mag-aral. Isang araw, binigyan sila ng kanilang guro ng takdang aralin.
Ano yung takdang aralin?
Homework.
Oh, no. Ay, okay.
Sabi ni Teacher Lolit, sa Lunes, pagpasok nyo, sasabihin nyo sa harapan ng klase kung ano ang gusto nyong maging paglaki nyo. Ayan, Nicolo, page 4. Hanggang page 4 muna tayo. Mga bata, kung gusto nyong malaman ang storya, ang buong storya ng ang batang gustong maging puppet, please join us here on the Puppet Stories tuwing Martes at Biyernes, 5 p.m. Tatapusin natin itong libro hanggang katapusan ng Agosto. Dahil ang Agosto ay buwan ng wikang pambansa. Ayan, okay? Nicolo, okay?
Ay, okay po.
Ayan, babasahin natin to ha. Every episode hanggang matapos natin yung buong libro. Kasi Nicolo, mga bata, kung si Pinocchio ay kung si Pinocchio ay puppet na gustong maging tunay na bata, si Nicolo naman ay bata na gustong maging tunay na puppet. Kung gusto nyong malaman kung bakit, well, you have to join us every episode. Tatapusin natin, okay? And nasaan na ba dito, Deb? Ayun. Hello, Anna Lee is watching from Hong Kong. Thank you very much for watching, Anne. And Susan Tagle, good afternoon to the funny duo of Wanlu and Nicolo. Maraming salamat po, Susan Tagle.
Tito Wanlu, funny raw.
Minsan funny tayo talaga, sabi ni Miss Tagle.
Hindi, ako lang funny. Ikaw, nakakaiyak eh.
Okay, next week po, God willing. I'm sorry, not next week, but on Friday, God willing, maganda ang episode natin, Nicolo.
Bakit po?
Kasi, sabi ng ating producers, dati kasi, a little information lang, we have a few minutes left. Dati, ang gusto kong title ng show, Puppet Bahay. Kasi parang kapitbahay. Para i-feature natin yung mga puppetry arts ng kapitbahay nating mga bansa dito sa Southeast Asia. But our producers, Lloyd and Apple, they wanted something global. Kaya pinilit nila, they insisted, puppet stories because we want to go global. Kaya nung nakaraang buwan, the entire month of July, we had puppeteers from all over Southeast Asia. We had puppeteers from Singapore, Indonesia, Thailand, and Malaysia. Puro Southeast Asia yan.
Opo, ASEAN.
ASEAN. O ngayon namang buwan ng Agosto, aside from being buwan ng wika, ang magiging bisita naman natin, lalabas na tayo ng Southeast Asia. Katulad nga niyan, si Dinesh from India. O we'll have puppeteers, ladies and gentlemen and children, from Germany, Israel, Egypt, and then, eto, labas na ng Southeast Asia yan.
Opo.
Pero babalik din tayo sa Southeast Asia. We'll have puppeteers from Singapore, Vietnam, and syempre, hindi pwedeng walang Pilipino. We'll have 2 or 3 puppeteers from the Philippines. Hindi natin pwedeng pabayaan yung sariling atin. Kasi kung kaya nila, kaya rin natin. Kaya next week po, I'm sorry, not next week.
Ano na talaga?
Next episode, ibig ko sabihin. On Friday, we will have 4 ventriloquists from the Philippines. Silang lahat po ay mga winners, mga champions ng Wanlu's Battle of Ventriloquist years 1 to 4. Pinagsama-sama natin yung 4 na naging champion, yung 4 na taon na yon, and all of them will perform their winning act on Friday. That will be August 7, I believe. So August 7, 5 p.m. All right. Okay, that's all the time we have this afternoon. Again, thank you very much, Dines Alumke from India, for joining us this afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, pakishare naman po, and please do watch all the shows here on the new channel. Mga bata, lagi nating binibilin, Nicola.
Apo, mga bata, gising sa umaga, nanalangin, daga natulog sa gabi, nanalangin, daga kunain, nanalangin. Lahat ng bagay na gagawin natin, itagpagudilin natin sa Diyos. Tama po.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, may the Lord keep us all safe, and goodbye. Alright. Sumobra akong konti. Pasensya na po.
Okay lang naman po. 6 minutes. So, konting-konti lang naman po.
Okay, okay. Pasensya na. Mali
Alis na
mali
yung...
yata yung... wala na yung guest natin.